sports analysts are like men. Every so often they put out something great, I mean, we come back for a reason, right? The problem is they never build on these statements, these great things that they put out. These analysts are on like a fire and forget mentality. And I say this because I heard Colin Cowherd, yes, the Colin Cowherd, say sometimes it's not a player's fault, quote, you ever wonder why the Bears never had a great quarterback, why the Jets never had a great quarterback? You're telling me out of all the quarterbacks they've tried, they all suck, they are all terrible? At some point it has to be the organization. Now those weren't his exact words, but that's pretty much what he said. You'll find it if you're the internet, right? You can do whatever you want. And I add to that the Houston Texans, right? Isn't it crazy that since their inaugural season, they've only had 2 good/great quarterbacks? The first one got legally assaulted every Sunday, and now he's on ESPN, doing a great job, by the way. I mess with you, David. And the second doesn't want to play for them anymore. And for the topic of today's discussion, the Cleveland Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield. Man, I've been white knighting for him for a while, and it's backfiring, which is good. And I have to be wrong eventually, right? Now, going off that logic, since Cleveland has been eating quarterbacks like the 60s Vikings, right? At what point do we point the finger at them? Now, this goes both ways, as from a talent standpoint, the GM of this team is doing a phenomenal job. But right now, I'm defending Baker, so we're just going to ignore that for a second, okay? We've seen that infamous jersey with the 20 quarterback names on it, and trust me, the odds that all 20 of those quarterbacks were ass is highly unlikely. And before I make my case, before I make my argument, let me make an analogy for you. You're presented with a mission. They say out of 99 people that we sent, none of them came back alive. You take the job, boom, you come back alive. Now that mission has a 99% mortality rate. I think that's what it's called. With you being the 1%. Are you good or did you get lucky? Okay, let's say you complete that mission 3 times over. I mean, looking at the statistics, you're better than everyone else that tried, right? Same thing with this situation if you ignore an extreme amount of context. Anyways, when Cleveland drafted Baker Mayfield, they wanted to see if he could turn the program around, right? And he did. As of right now, that's where he plateaued. He turned the program around and now he's just kind of bottomed out there. And it's clear you guys want more out of this stellar roster that you have. And right now, I mean, hey, it looks like Baker is not the guy that's gonna take y'all above and beyond. He got you to above, but he's not getting you beyond. And in that, barring some unforeseen winning streak, Cleveland should trade Baker Mayfield. And it's crazy that no one's proposed this yet. Imagine somebody proposes it. I'm recording this November 28th. Watch on the 29th, right? Because I'm going to edit this tomorrow. Watch on the 29th, somebody makes a Baker Mayfield trade video. Anyways, it's crazy nobody's proposing this. In this scenario, right? In this scenario, barring no win streak, right? They miss the playoffs or they just get clapped in the playoffs. Baker Mayfield is lucked out. Because right now the consensus is this is a weak quarterback draft class. And besides Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield will most likely be the best quarterback on the market. And KTO made this analysis that Baker could be the next Drew Brees potentially. And I definitely agree with that, being his peak. But if you look at the stats, right, we got to talk about more than because everybody will throw out like, what's their potential? What's their ceiling? And then you give them the ceiling, and when they don't reach it, they call you a bust. They call you a failure. They try to trade you away. So we got to look at, we got to give more than just ceilings and floors. Can we give a median? If you look at the stats, right now, Baker Mayfield is very similar to Ryan Tannehill. Now, I should be popping it up, but if you look it up, Ryan Tannehill is slightly better statistically. Slightly. It's within, yeah. But and he also runs more, but you see where I'm going with this. And he's currently having and is on pace to have a better season than Carson Wentz had last year. And you see how that's coming together. That would have been so great if they pulled off that win against Tampa tonight. That would have been, oh my goodness, that would have been a banger line. But you see what I'm getting at, right? Now, here are some trade destinations for Baker Mayfield. Now, I'm not an expert on trades and the logistics behind them, but I can, I'll be in the ballpark with these, right? Now, of course, Denver is the dream scenario for every quarterback on the market, whether that be Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, assuming he hits the market, or any of the quarterbacks in the draft. That's the consensus de facto number one. If they can't land Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield will be a great consolation prize. If the Panthers give up on Sam Darnold, that's a good spot for him. If Terrence Marshall develops, they're literally just a few improvements away from being a contended team. Piece that offensive line together a little bit. Get a tight end. Who is the tight end on the Carolina Panthers? Name them. I have no idea. Okay. Yeah, they're a few pieces away from being a contended team. The Falcons are an underrated landing spot. He would look awkward in that jersey, but they could build around him. I didn't compare him to Matt Ryan, but I'm pretty sure he could be Matt Ryan. You feel me? Anyways, but here's a trade that's highly unlikely, but would be insane, right? It's not completely unrealistic. It'd be crazy to see. So, all right, in this little trade scenario, Cleveland sends Baker Mayfield a first round pick, and I was going to say Odell, but he's gone. So we'll substitute that with another tier 1 player. Let's go with Denzel Ward, for example. So Baker Mayfield, a first round pick, and Denzel Ward for Deshaun Watson. That would probably be the trade of the decade. Deshaun would get a team that has a running game for the first time in his life, and Cleveland would be an immediate Super Bowl threat. Of course, they would need some time to get the chemistry right, get their wits about them. But after they figured everything out, be insane. And for Baker Mayfield, he goes to another rebuilding team that he could bring some life to. If that city is patient, they could get back into playoff form within 4 years. Tyrod Taylor is 2-1 as a starter in Houston. I think he's 2-2 now because they just lost to the Jets. If that city, and Baker beat him out in Cleveland, and while it would suck for T-Mobile, who finally got a real chance, I think Baker Mayfield can replicate his success and probably improve it. But I'm going to end this video by saying KTO said Baker Mayfield could potentially be the next Drew Brees. I said he could potentially, he pretty much is Ryan Tannehill minus the running ability. And you're probably thinking, if Baker Mayfield is the next Drew Brees, if he's the next Ryan Tannehill, you should keep him, keep him in Cleveland. But would Drew Brees have been St. Breezes if he stayed in San Diego? Would Brett Favre have been a Super Bowl champion if he stayed in Atlanta? Would Steve Young be a Hall of Famer if he stayed in Tampa Bay? Will Ryan Tannehill even be in the conversation if he stayed in Miami? Think about it.